It's been a year, well 14 months to be exact, but the new Ford Mustang Mach-E is finally in my hands. I pre-ordered this literally at the launch event. I was in Los Angeles where Ford was launching the Mustang Mach-E. I saw it in person and I thought it would be a really great idea to try and do sort of a long-term test on a Mach-E. So we're going to have this for about 9 to 12 months, somewhere in that range, and we're obviously going to be doing a number of different trials with it. We're going to be comparing it with every other EV out there, especially the Tesla Model Y, which is the most direct competitor to the Mustang Mach-E, but also something like a Jaguar I-Pace. I could logically see some shoppers comparing that vehicle to the Mustang Mach-E right next to me. Aside from the purchase process taking a little bit longer than I would have liked, here's how it all went down. So back in November of 2019, I put $500 down. That was the deposit paid to Ford. That secured my place in line. It's very similar to what we see from Tesla, but there's a big difference because you still have to buy the Mach-E from a dealer. You're not buying it directly from Ford. But that's when I selected all of my options. I got the premium trim with the light colored interior, the red paint as you see on the outside, the extended range battery pack, and the dual motor design. The dual motor design of the Mach-E really is the big way that this is one of the first direct Tesla competitors, because up until now, the Jaguar I-Pace, the Audi e-tron, and some other options out there were as close as you could get to a Model Y, but they were more expensive. And this is actually going to be less expensive than a Model Y. Interestingly enough, this actually had $4,100 of incentives on it already. So if you were worried about paying over dealer asking price for your Mach-E, check out the forums. There are lists of dealers out there that have pledged to not only not add a markup, but you can get over $4,000 of incentives on the Mach-E. This one qualified somehow for all of the various incentives that were out there. You can also do an odd almost lease package. It's a balloon finance term. So it's a traditional loan. Theoretically, you're on the title, you're borrowing the money from Ford. Ford has an agreement to buy the car back from you for a particular price if you meet certain stipulations, of course, in the contract, but that allows you to get the full $7,500 federal tax credit. In a traditional lease arrangement, the leasing company doesn't always get the full $7,500 tax credit, so not all of them will pass it along to you. Ford is one of those companies that would not pass along the full credit to their lessees, so this is the way that they get around that. It's basically a sort of financing deal. There's a balloon term, you could pay that and buy the car out at the end, or you could return it to Ford, and as long as you meet the usual stipulations within a lease, you aren't paying anything extra. I decided to go for the balloon option just to see how it worked. So this is on the balloon financing option. We're probably going to just pay it off at the end of 9 months or 12 months and then sell this on. So if you're interested in a Ford Mustang Mach-E with some miles on it, be sure and keep us in mind for your next car purchase. Now, obviously, the first thing that we're going to need to do is go out and range test this. So if you want to know more about the range testing in the Mach-E, be sure and hit that subscribe button because that video is coming up tomorrow. In the meantime, be sure and post all of your burning questions down there in the comments section below and let me know what you'd like me to cover on the new 2021 Ford Mustang Mach-E in future videos. I'll see all of you later.